Hello guys, welcome back to Natural Life Concepts. So today's topic is on CNC City Nature Challenge.
Yes, yes. So basically, this event is called City Nature Challenge. This event is a global competition basically between the cities.
Hello, please.
So around 700 cities are participating in this, and the organizers are from USA, Los Angeles and San Francisco. These were the two cities which initially had a competition between them, and then they have been organizing it for since 2016. So now this year there are close to 700 cities which are participating globally, and from India 206 cities are taking part in this challenge. Hyderabad is one of them. Last year Hyderabad participated for the very first time, and it was first in India and it was ranked 12th globally. So that was last year's participation. Even last year also this was very surprising for us that 338 people contributed. 30,000 observations were uploaded in those 4 days.
All over India or only in Hyderabad?
Only in Hyderabad. So that was very surprising for us because 330 odd people participating was something we also did not imagine. But it was mainly people's enthusiasm and interest, this is very unique. And many NGOs took part in it. So different NGOs, because this is where the like-minded people connect. So as and when more NGOs got to know about it, people connected with each other, and that's when we came under the same umbrella. So now this year again, we got other cities also to participate. Each and every state and union territory of India is part of CNC. And our bigger purpose or a long-term goal is not limited to CNC. CNC is only a 4 days activity happening once in a year. But we want to keep it as a regular activity and throughout the year. Like not regularly, but at least some activities every now and then to keep happening. CNC is very bad for India in terms of timings because it's very hot. People also suffer. They also, it's very difficult for them to go out. And the wildlife is also, suffers at the same time. They also want to stay hidden. But if it rains, especially in the monsoon season, the same biodiversity, you will be able to record at least double the observations we are making right now. And people will also love to go out and बारिश वारिश हो रही तो वो भी जाना चाहेंगे इतने गर्मी में कौन बाहर निकलेगा जब. So that is the idea. So we are expecting that now using the same app and using the similar platform and the similar activities, we will have more activities during the monsoon season. We are planning for something called Great India Nature Challenge or something like that, in which all the states of India will compete with each other. So that is.
So this year, how many people have till now participated?
Till now, from Hyderabad, approximately 460 people have participated. We were hoping to reach 500, after starting. Earlier, our goal was little more more ambitious, but we are happy that at least we have been able to go.
Sustainability more important.
Yes.
And how many observations we have received?
So far, I think 22,000 observations we have received. Today is the last day to participate, but the observations can be uploaded till 6th of May, 9 am.
So what is this difference? I didn't actually get this. Today is the last day, but it can be uploaded.
So today is the last day means you have to click pictures today. But as I mentioned you that after clicking the pictures, we might have to take some time to upload because.
तो उसमें date and time भी जाता है क्या?
नहीं, date and time जाएगा, yes. So today's pictures, which has today's date, I can go to my home. I will upload it on the laptop, and then उतने सारी photos में I will have to select few which I want to upload, and then I will have to upload. People might be busy with their work and all, so they have given this time. Also, there is one more thing. On iNaturalist, once we upload it, let's say I have uploaded some bee or some spider or some butterfly and dragonflies, based on what I know. Sometime I will be able to mention what it is, and sometime people who are new, they might not even be able to mention what it is. So they will simply upload, but then that data is useless if we don't know what it is. I have uploaded a picture of, let's say, some rare species, but I am just calling it spider. It is useless until and unless the proper exact name is given. So this process is called identification, or ID in short. So the IDing is a bigger or a wider aspect of this app iNaturalist. It is not only about uploading pictures. After we upload picture, it is verified by multiple people. So once we upload the observation, it is not of a research grade. Researchers will not be able to use it. But after couple of people come to my observation and say, okay, I am saying that this is this particular species of ant. 3-4 people will come and they will agree with me that yes, this is that particular ant, or they will differ and they will suggest something else. Then someone else will come and then they will agree with that. So once I get enough, that observation gets enough agreement from people. Again, these people might be anyone. Once we get sufficient agreement, then only this becomes a research grade observation. Once it becomes of a research grade, then it goes to something called GBIF, Global Biodiversity Index Facility. So GBIF is a very huge database of all these observations, where you have photos and video recordings of these things with the details like what is the species, when was it observed, where was it observed, and all these things. So that is GBIF. eBird is a platform which is used by birders to observe the birds and upload data about it. In India and worldwide, people use it very widely. The birding community is very active and mature in India. Data of eBird also goes to GBIF. So many different citizen science projects actually capture this data and send all of them to one single place, that is called GBIF. And GBIF's data is used by all these research scholars, policymakers, and whoever wants to use it. This is used very widely for a lot of purposes, different kind of, be it a conservation purpose, or as I said, policy making or decision making, or research, new studies, or any of these things. So that is the role of GBIF. So for CNC, these 4 days are given for making the observations, and then after this 5-6 days are given for identification. And after that they announce the results, because in the results they want to mention that okay, Hyderabad has got, let's say, 40,000 observations, and let's say 500 people participated, but how many species were counted? So right now we will be able to see around 1200 species which are there, but many observations are still not identified. So these 5-6 days, which they are actually for identification, they are not for uploading that okay, you go and upload it later, but they are mainly for the identification purpose. So Swarochi, Swarochi?
हाँ.
यहाँ पे हैदराबाद का ही है वो. He is a young naturalist. So he is also one of very active identifiers. He has I think lakhs of observations he has identified. So these people, especially we recommend that iNaturalist is even better for the families and especially for kids, because once they are hooked to apps like this, they will prefer to stay with this and increase their knowledge and get something out of it, instead of going into Instagram and Facebook and just randomly posting things.
Perfect, very good.
So instead of saying just like wow there on Instagram, they can say just like wow here also. Because once they see, as I mentioned, this is a social media. Whatever observation you are uploading, others can see. They have to come there and they have to upload it and say this is this particular thing or not, or whatever. Sometimes very randomly people are let's say if you take and you think okay, 5 minutes a day I have to do it, or let's say there was I think one example in Bangalore. There was a person who used to go to drop his kids at school, and while coming back he always used to observe these things daily, 5-10 minutes, that particular thing. And he has discovered a couple of interesting things there. He was also not aware. He was like okay, ठीक है, fungus दिखा, photo लिया, ये mushroom दिखा, photo लिया, ये पेड़ दिखा, ये मक्खी दिखा, कुछ भी दिखा, just randomly taking pictures. But then, as I mentioned, whatever you are uploading there, it is not just being there. Once you upload, so many eyes are there. On iNaturalist there are 30 lakh observers and there are 35 lakhs identifiers. So people come there, 5 lakh people are there, they are not uploading even a single observation, but they are identifying your observations. So this is being studied. People talk about, discuss about, and whenever they find something new, for example, this Aga Khan Academy, recently people went, they saw a bridal snake. Now the number of scales in this snake was little more than the usual amount. So they are claiming that it might be a new species. Nice kind of a forum where not only we put these things, but they are also discussed and then it is used by other people there.
So there will be a team of naturalists who will be identifying that the names which we have selected, those are correct or
Yes.
not, or blank.
Yes.
Like that, right?
And it is not a separate team. It's just people like you and me. So let's say now this is how it is done. Now Swarochi will conduct a session tonight or tomorrow. Will help you how you can identify. So let's say at least what is a neem. Neem देख के हम पता कर सकते हैं. So what we can simply do is we can go on iNaturalist and we can select neem and we can select area Hyderabad and we can just go all the neems and we can say okay, right. Okay,
Because, for
and then
example-
if someone is by mistaken marked something which is not name, you can say, oh, this is not name. At least you can disagree with that, that this is not name. So this is as simple as this to start with.
Correct. Because the common plant that people, the name people is not there. It is named as fig.
Yes.
So that is what I mean. I also learned
Yes,
that
yes,
it
yes,
is
yes.
not there. So
Yeah. So people is common name, but there are various common names, and that's why scientific names are given. So that is Ficus religiosa, that is the name for the people. Yes. And जो बड़ का पेड़ होता है, that is also ficus. That is Ficus bengalensis.
because we are not used to these terms, even while selecting, we
Ah.
are not sure that this
Yeah,
is correct
right.
or not.
Yes,
So
yes.
whether that particular observation will be eligible or not for the
Yes.
entry. is what we are-
And Ram, do tell about that also, that not only the species but sightings if we are giving.
Yes, yes. So now this is basically a platform where we have to, kind of like we are mostly documenting diversity, biodiversity. You need not to, take a picture itself. Let's say if I have seen a python somewhere. अभी मेरे को डर लगा या वो भाग गया, जो भी रीज़न है, आई कुड नॉट टेक अ पिक्चर बट आई हैव सीन इट देयर. If I want to mention, I want to document it, I can simply go to iNaturalist. I can, that location and date and time is there. I can just mention that Python was here. So I can just mention Python there. Without photo also we can upload. It is just that this will not become a research grade because there is no proof. But at least we have seen it, so we can say that okay, it was there. So, and not only without media, if you have seen, let's say, क्या बोलते हैं इसको, पंख जो होता है ना, क्या बोलते हैं इसको अपन इंग्लिश में, feathers, yes. So any feather you see, you can upload that picture on iNaturalist. Or it can be just, like a dead bird which we saw. Or it can be a pug mark of, something, or scats of, mammals. Whatever we see, it can be a direct sighting, it can be indirect sighting, you can upload it there. Now, if you talk deeper, there are so many things, and and now after this there are also other concerns. So everything is addressed on iNaturalist because this was made by the very responsible organizations, so that they have taken care of everything. कि मान लो अभी रेड सैंड बो का साइटिंग कहीं पे हुआ है, या फिर अगर कोई लेट्स से लॉरिस स्लेंडर जैसे है, सो फ्यू ऑफ दीज organisms which are there, which are traded often, illegal trading जिनका होता है, वो लोग ये डेटा यूज़ कर सकते हैं कि हाँ ठीक है, पॉर्क्यूपाइन चाहिए तो वो जाके ढूंढ लो कहाँ पे साइटिंग हो, उसके आसपास जाके ढूंढो. सो व्हाट iNaturalist कैन डू इज ऑल द species which are threatened with life, their location will be hidden for the general public. It will only be visible to specific few people. Or at least what we can do is we need not to always provide the exact location. Like let's say मैंने घर पे बहुत सारी की है और मैं अगर अपना लोकेशन डाल रहा हूँ तो सब लोगों को मेरे घर का लोकेशन पता चलेगा. I don't want to disclose that. So we can mark it as obscure location. So it will give a nearby location approximate, and we can increase that approximation कि कितना में दिखाना है. Now the scientists or like the trusted people, they will be able to see the exact location, but general people will not be able to see. So for everything there are checks and balances which are available there, but this is the general idea. Now let's forget about पूरा देश दुनिया, वो तो सब बड़े लोग हैं, अपन छोटी बात करते हैं, अपने लेवल की बात करते हैं. केवल लेक का एरिया हो गया. जैसे यहाँ पे if you want to see, जब से लेट्स से अगर हम लोग इसको रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं आज से, या फिर लेट्स से पास्ट से भी, अगर इसका यहाँ पे हम लोग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, टाइमली डॉक्यूमेंटेशन एक जगह पर आप करेंगे, यू विल बी एबल टू गो एंड कंपेयर कि 2023 में यहाँ पे कितने टोटल ऑब्जर्वेशंस हुए थे, कितने स्पीशीज़ मिले थे, और 2024 में कितने मिले हैं, या फिर आज के 6 साल पहले कितने थे. इफ़ वी हैव दिस डेटा, it helps a lot, and it adds a lot of weight in our what you want to say to the authorities कि भाई देखो यहाँ पे पहले इतने स्पीशीज़ थे और अभी स्पीशीज़ का काउंट इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, या फिर इवन इंडिविजुअल स्पीशीज़ के अंदर भी इतने नंबर्स थे और अभी वो नंबर इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया. So whenever they want to use or like they want to look into the biodiversity aspect, they will be able to see how important is this area. Otherwise we are just saying कि हमें बहुत सारे birds यहाँ पे देखने को मिलते हैं. That's a very subjective thing. Anyone can say कि नहीं इधर भी होता है उधर भी होता है. If you have numbers, तो फिर वो अगले इंसान को भी उसको नकारने से पहले वो they cannot deny. Yeah.
Now let's see how to upload photos on iNaturalist. Here comes the interface where you can see the My Observation. In that it shows your observations and next to it species and then identification. Here you can go to Explore, and there you can see all the observations of other people. If you have knowledge on the species, then you can identify them and help other people to know the names. Now start your observations by posting photos directly or if already captured. Now by entering all the details like name of the species, location, date and time, etc. Similarly, add photos and enter the data required, then the species will increase, and your observations will also. Make sure you help others in identifying the species. Your identification will also increase. Let's make our nation #1 among others. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe.